this week's episode, we talk about eggs, and Limo from NOFX calls into the show.
Broadcasting from the Vicious Pig Saloon in downtown Mattersville, this is your one-stop shop for everything punk rock, food, and, well, that's pretty much it. Ladies and gentlemen, your hosts for Punk Rock Foodies Radio, Skate Rat Betty, Steve Guerrero, Brian Reinhardt, and here's the asshole in charge, Xander T.
And that was Strung Out with the Fever and the Sound. I am Xander T. here from Punk Rock Foodies Radio, with me always at the Vicious Pig Saloon is...
I'm not going first.
Skate Rat Betty.
Steve Guerrero, going in second.
And Brian Reinhardt going last, as always.
You're batting cleanup.
Yeah.
There you go.
Alright, for those of you who don't know, Punk Rock Foodies is a Facebook group. We post pictures of food that we made or are about to eat. And, like, as in at a restaurant that we just ordered food. So feel free to join and post your food.
And lots of dick pics, too.
Not 500 of your pictures, like of those meals that you made when you were 10, that and every meal consecutively since then, all at once.
Or 3 images of the exact same dish from different angles.
Yeah. Or make a collage and do that. Hey, because that's artsy.
Or out of focus pictures every time, Lori Adverb.
Man, I see some really great food in there that is a shitty picture that you just know it's really good, and you just
Let
go,
it
I
focus,
got 3
Lori.
likes because you can't see it.
You just gotta have a couple strong beers. It focuses right up. It's great.
That's right.
Speaking of which, waitress, another round.
Yep.
Absolutely. Even Skate Rat's having a NA there. It's a little too hot today. We're here at the Vicious Pig in downtown Mattersville. So while the waitress gets us some drinks, let's listen to some punk rock. Brian, you got one for us?
Yeah, band from New Jersey, artist from New Jersey, Ted Leo and the Pharmacists, with a song, one of my favorites, called The High Party.
Keep it down, keep Hey, this is Brandon from Teenage Bottle Rocket, and you're listening to Punk Rock Foodies Radio.
Punk Rock Foodie Radio. That was Good Riddance with Half Measures off their new album. They just got off tour in Australia, New Zealand, and I hope they had a good time. But we're here to talk about eggs this week. Eggs, you could have them for breakfast, which most people do. You could have them for dinner, which breakfast for dinner is always a radical idea.
You can also throw them at people's houses.
You can definitely throw them at people's houses, yeah.
Or cars.
Or cars. Yeah.
Or people in general.
Yeah. Or people, absolutely. Egg on your face is, you probably deserved it if you got it. So,
You can put your garden in them. When you start your seeds, you can put a little dirt in the cups. You reuse
That's
your
right.
shells. Yep.
Oh, I thought you meant the actual shell.
Yeah. Man, every time I talk, I sound like a dirty hippie.
Wait, no, seriously, you're saying you could start your garden in eggshells? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. When they're done, I just crack open the bottom of the eggshell so that it's like a tube at that point, and you put the whole thing smack right in the wherever you've cleared the space for the seedling to go. The nutrients in the leftover membrane and the calcium and junk in the shell, and then eventually the eggshell will break down and it helps your garden grow.
So it's like fertilizer, like natural fertilizer.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day, foodies. There you go.
That's why we listen. Like 18 episodes, and you get a little tidbit of something interesting.
And it always comes from Skate Rat. It never comes from us. She always has the good info.
I am a fount of useless information.
Yeah.
One of these days, I'm going to actually
I was the one
contribute.
that pointed it out, though.
Oh, that's true.
Wow. Okay, so you got the eggs. You can use eggs for almost anything, as we've just discovered. Vandalism, planting gardens, and for sustenance.
And we'll see you next week, folks.
You know what's crazy? About a year ago, I would not have eaten a sunny side up egg, and now I love them. I think all the egg porn just finally wore me down, and I can't get enough of it now. It's crazy.
There's been a lot of it
I'm
lately.
the opposite. I don't watch the videos on the foodies, the egg porn videos.
No?
I used to love them, and like 10 years ago, probably about 15 years ago now, I dated a guy who every time I ran me eggs, he would go chick, 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 chick. And yeah, I don't know. It just, after a while, I started thinking about it just creeped me the fuck out. And now I have chickens, and I can't do it. So, over hard.
You like it hard?
I do. I like it over hard, but
Over hard, nice.
better than saying I like my eggs fertilized, I suppose.
Well, see, that's funny. That I'll make myself like a real quick sunny side up egg just if I'm craving like a snack or something. Like just throw it on the frying pan real quick, salt and pepper, and then I'll just put it on a little plate and like pour the egg into my mouth, like without even using a fork. Just one egg, that's it, and I'm good.
Like cringing. And I used to totally like smash that shit all over the plate, and like the runnier the better, and now I just can't do it.
Oh man.
I don't think I've ever made a proper sunny side up egg. And all the hundreds of times I've cooked in my life, that I've never quite made it right. I always fuck it up.
Cast iron, I noticed.
I guess that's what I got to do.
I rip the bottom. No, I rip the bottom when I use my cast iron. When I use my nonstick, I don't fuck it up. Yeah.
Huh.
See, my thing,
Yeah,
I've only made a sunny side up egg like once, and it's recently. Like I always flip it.
Yeah.
Like I've never just let it fry and like get the temperature just low enough so that it cooks all the rest around. So you have that yellow still there. I always flip it.
Yeah,
Over easy, I guess.
You said sunny side. I'm sorry. I was thinking of it. Yeah.
I use my cast iron skillet to make frittatas, like with the eggs. You can make a kick-ass frittata with the cast iron skillet, you know, if you got inclined, which is basically
Explain
like a
what
scrambled
a
egg pie.
frittata is to those of us, Steve, who don't know what that is, because I don't.
A scrambled egg pie, basically. It's it's
that you bake.
yeah.
Like
It's
a quiche?
Kind of, yeah.
I made them in muffin tins. There's no border to it. I one day, when I wanted to plant my fucking garden this spring, I went through like 35 eggs in one day. So I made like 5 different egg dishes that day. But yeah, I made little bitty ones. They're great.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just eggs.
Yeah.
Eggs and whatever the shit you want to put in there, and then you just like kind of bake it in the pan, and then you bake it in the oven to cook it all the way through.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a crustless quiche. Yeah, you can put anything you want in there. I've seen them done where people put hash browns to line the pan or the pie tray first. Yeah.
That's a great idea.
You got to brown the hash browns first in the oven, and then you add your egg mixture. Otherwise, you don't get crispy.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Dude, I will eat breakfast all day. All day.
Did you guys know that the chef's hat, what do they call that, the toque
Chef's
or
hat.
whatever? But the ones that got the got the folds in it.
Yeah. Oh, it has a different name.
They had
There's
eggs in
100
there?
No, they probably could. They're high enough.
The one the Pillsbury Doughboy wears.
Well, not with like the fluffy thing that comes up, just like the straight up one.
The cylinder one.
The dip in the
And they got
yeah.
the folds, whatever you
pleats.
call
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pleats. There's like 100 pleats, and the story is that there's a pleat for every possible way you can cook an egg.
Wow.
Because I only know of 2.
Oh my gosh. I don't. Yeah. I don't like quiche. There's a lot of just egg dishes I don't like. I use eggs in all sorts of things, but trying to find a use for like 30 eggs sometimes can be a little difficult.
Yeah, see, and I don't know what they count as like an egg in that 100. Like it's over easy, over medium, and over hard. 3 different eggs. You know?
Probably. Yeah.
Scrambled. There's 4.
That's
Hard
true.
boiled, soft boiled. Yeah.
Poached, I guess. Okay. See, now I know 3.
And then like would hollandaise be considered an egg dish since it's made with egg yolks?
Mayonnaise.
Sure.
Mayonnaise. What's that? A meringue. Like,
Yeah. Custards, right?
See, I think that's custard.
Cookie dough.
Now, see, if I had done my proper research for the show, like I should have, like an actual adult professional, I would have listened to Sheena, who was telling me not 2 hours ago about a drink that she knows of that incorporates eggs.
Piece
And it
of sour.
sounds- That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Oh, not
she
an
was
egg
telling
cream?
me. Yeah. Well, okay. We'll tell the kids what it is because she was explaining it to me. I'm like, that sounds awful, but I guess it's a thing.
No, it's a Peruvian drink, and I think it's only made with the egg white. And I'd have to look up the recipe real quick. So keep talking, I'll look it up. But it's delicious. It's really smooth. It's good.
What kind of booze goes into it?
I don't know.
Let him look it up.
So does the
That's what it was.
alcohol kill any chance of, whatever?
See, I don't believe in that fucking salmonella bullshit.
Well, but
I don't believe in it.
as a chicken owner, like, the chickens that I own, like the chickens that almost anybody owns, even the chickens that are in farms, most chickens have salmonella. They are salmonella carriers. The problem with people getting salmonella is because they handle chicken eggs or chicken or whatever, and they don't wash their hands. They don't wash the cutting board. They don't wash the knife. I have worked in restaurants where I watched them pull a guy off food prep who was prepping raw chicken with no gloves, no nothing, and put him on the salad line. Not even washing his hands. He just went, "I'm right there, boss. We're in a hurry. I'll come right over and fucking touch everybody's salad."
That's horrible.
Nope, sorry. Had to tell the manager, you got to stop this. You can't do this. You will get people really sick.
Yeah.
But then there's people like me who used to work in a butcher shop, and I'd have shit all over my fingers, and I wouldn't wash my hands before I'd leave work, and as I'm driving home, I'm biting my nails, and I never got sick once.
Well, you're basically RoboCop.
The eggs,
Yes.
the eggs by farmers is really what I was told the big problem was. But I do tend to be more careful with raw chicken than I am with raw meat. I like the minute
Definitely.
raw chicken, and I don't put raw chicken on my good cutting board. It goes on a liner over my cutting board.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
so
fuck
I
around
don't-
with chicken.
Yeah, just in case. And I actually, I had someone who called. I was late for the show. I had to step outside because a woman called and found out the chicken that she got that thought was a laying chicken is not. It's a meat bird. And they are designed to only live, 4 to 6 months or whatever. If you don't harvest that bird for meat, it will die. It's not. It doesn't live long enough. Yeah, their hearts can actually give out because they're not. Once they're ready to eat, it's funny. It's almost like they're like, I'm so tasty, I'm stripping. The feathers molt from their breastbones, almost like, fuck me, look, I'm ready to eat.
Whoa, you know what that is? You know what that is, you guys? That's a GMO. Whoa!
Wait,
Everybody run!
I need my tinfoil hat before that conversation.
Don't worry, the roof of the Vicious Pig is covered in foil. We're good.
Hey,
No, just kidding.
So here I'm back with the Pisco Sour. The Pisco, the drink's name comes from Pisco, which is its base liquor, which is a brandy, and the cocktail term sour in reference to sour citrus juice and sweetener components. The Peruvian Pisco Sour uses Peruvian Pisco as its base liquor and adds key lime or lemon juice, syrup, ice, egg white, and Angostura bitters.
Okay.
I've had a proper one from a Peruvian friend at his house, and he's like, "Oh, have you ever had it?" I was like, "No." So he got really excited, and he made it nice. And it was good, man. It was smooth. Probably couldn't have
Is it like,
more than a couple.
what's consistency?
Oh man,
It's probably just, it's frothy on top.
Is it like a Thai iced coffee with
kind of, because it's not like a milky White Russian. It's not that thick.
Yeah.
But it's it's more cloudier. It's more like the Thai iced tea kind of. Think of that.
Is it frothy?
Yeah.
Frothy on top? Or?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, right when it's made, it's got a little
That's what
frothy,
they used to make Orange Julius's. You used to go to the mall and get an Orange Julius.
Oh.
They'd have egg in them.
Those were good.
And those would be so frothy. Now they got rid of the egg because of the salmonella. And I don't
Really?
think they're as good as they used to be, yeah.
the frozen yogurty place or whatever I went to the other day. I forget where I was. They have stopped, like a Jamba Juice type thing. They have stopped using the eggs in their custard in their whole franchise. I was seeing on their signs. I wish I could remember where I was. Yeah, because now with the avian flu and stuff going around and the salmonella scares and whatnot.
I went to school with a kid named Jason Manella. We called him Sal. Of course. Well, hey, why don't we go to a song? We'll come back and continue talking eggs. Talk about maybe some egg dishes we've made that are like unbelievable. Real quick, Sheena, did Steve get that drink right?
Fuck off, Xander.
All right. So who's got a song for us here? Skate Rat, you got something?
Sure. How about some Johnny Quest by Less Than Jake?
Good song.
Punk Rock Foodies Radio, punkrockradio.net.
Another round.
K-Rat, you missed it when Brooklyn told Brian, fuck you.
No, I think I had just heard it. Yeah, I think I had just come in for that second.
Mother, tell your children not to walk my way. Tell your children not to hear my words, what they mean, what they say. Mother, mother, can you keep them in the dark for a while? Can you hide them from the waiting world? Oh, mother, mother, gonna take your daughter out tonight. Gonna show her my world. Oh, mother, not about to see your light. But if you wanna find hell with me, I can tell you what it's like. Got a bleeding, not about to see your light. And if you wanna find hell with me, I can tell you what it is. Mother, tell your children not to hold my hand. Tell your children not to understand. Oh, mother, mother, do you wanna bang heads with me? Do you wanna miss everything? Oh, mother, Lord, I'm about to see your light. And if you wanna find hell with me, I can tell you what it's like. Till I'm bleeding, but I'm about to see your light. And if you wanna find hell with me, I can tell you what it is. Not about to see your light. But if you wanna find hell with me, I can tell you what it's like. Till you're bleeding, not about to see your light. And if you wanna find hell with me, I can tell you what it's
That was Mother by Danzig, and we're still talking about eggs today. I'm so excited. You know,
Eggs?
Yeah.
Egg-sided?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you did there.
The most excellent.
I thought there was something with the mother reference. I didn't.
Damn you and your cunning wordplay.
I do like puns. I was born on Labor Day, and I love puns. Honestly, I think the first big egg dish that I tried to make was a meringue when I was in home ec as a kid, and I remember why is mine? I remember asking the teacher why is mine just liquid in the bowl? She was like, just let it sit. I think I came back the next day. And I was like, yeah, so everybody's already eaten theirs. And I'm a little confused why mine is still liquid. So I don't think I ever actually made one of those again. But I do make food egg dishes all the time.
You probably put too much rum in it is what happened.
You were in what, middle school, right? So.
Well, no, and by then I was in high school. I actually got kicked out of that home ec class because I made cookies that were shaped like pot leaves.
Should have told her it was palm trees.
Yeah, it's maple leaf.
Because they're Canadian.
I'm a big Toronto hockey fan, yeah?
I probably could have done it, but the 1 foot joint, she was like, and what is this with the lines on it?
Well, it's a loaf of French bread.
Yeah.
It's a baguette.
I think I fucking painted them green with food coloring too.
Oh,
It's kind of a jerk in high school, but I mean. Yeah.
See, the more I learn about Skate Rat, the more I know that she is a closeted dirty hippie. She is. She has all the characteristics. I know she's not one, but she's like undercover.
And the funniest thing is that, like, in high school, I really didn't smoke weed. Like, I had already discovered booze, so I didn't really smoke weed. But, yeah. It's funny. Yeah. So who else has been making some exciting egg dishes?
Uh-huh.
It never gets old.
It never does. Excellent.
We have a picture of Mr. Burns. Excellent.
My hands hurt. I have carpal tunnel, and I constantly roll my hands together when we're out, and my husband will.
Nice.
Well, okay, I'm trying to think, what have I made? Well, there was one time in 6th grade, we egged Justin Satagado's house really good, and I'm putting it out there right now. So that was probably the best egg dish I ever made. It was on his garage door.
And if he's on your Facebook, he can call you up and say, "Yo, dog."
He's on my Facebook, but I guarantee you, there's no way he'll ever hear this. There's no way. We also cut a bunch of bologna slices and put them on his car. But that didn't work. We heard that was supposed to work, but it didn't fuck with the paint at all. So we're a little disappointed.
It smells so bad though. In
Yeah,
every
dude, it was like
neighborhood.
it was August in Chicago, so it was 95 degrees. But okay, so I don't think I've ever made anything that good with eggs. But here's something I did try one time. There was a kind of an epic fail, and it's no surprise. Some friends of mine, we cooked about. Over the course of a couple hours, we cooked about 4 pounds of bacon, and we kept collecting the grease. And then we put all that grease into a fry daddy, and we deep fried some eggs in the bacon grease.
Like you cracked them open?
Just cracked them open and dropped them right into the boiling bacon grease. And we're like, oh, this is going to be awesome. We're geniuses. This is going to be great. No, it was awful. All 4 of us threw up.
Oh, shit, I bet.
So we tried it one by one. My buddy Bill, he tried it. He threw up. And then my buddy Steve, he tried it and he threw up. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go. I tried it and then I threw up. And then the last guy.
You guys throw up because you were so fucking drunk that you came up with that idea?
It was just so gross. And, you know, there was, at that time in our lives, not that much has changed now, but at that time, there was never any danger of, like, hanging out with girls. So we did this kind of stuff. You know, we know girls were going to hang out with us, so what's the point of being cool?
Your cause and effect may be backwards there. I'm just going to go ahead.
It's an effect and a cause.
It was funny because the first 3 of us ate it and threw up, and then the 4th guy, I don't even remember who it was, the 4th guy, he's like, okay, well, I'll go ahead and do it. And he did it, and he threw up. So don't do that, guys. Don't do that.
It's like an epicac, you know?
That's pretty much what it was.
I threw it in, because honestly, once I put oil in my fry daddy, I fry everything until the oil is so dirty I have to throw it out, and then I wait 3 months and do it all over again. But, you know, I love fried food, and I'll fry it.
Yes.
So Mike one time said, oh, I wonder, and he just cracked one in there, and it pretty much, you know, kind of fell apart. He ended up with, like, little blobs.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was. We had to use one of those kind of little metal thing, whatever, scooper to get it out of there.
Scooper, yeah.
It was gross.
The difference, though, was, Skate Rat, that you were using, like, vegetable oil in the deep fryer. You were using rendered out bacon fat.
Yeah, and then
the deep fryer.
And the apparatus that we were using had never really been cleaned, so there was like bugs floating in it and shit.
Mine weren't good. They weren't good, but I think the sick factor probably came from your bacon grease.
It seemed like a good idea, and it smelled really good. We're like, this is going to be great, and no, it wasn't.
Hot breakfast, yeah, it sounds.
Because I've cooked eggs in bacon grease before. You just cook the bacon, then you throw the eggs in there, and it's awesome. But this time it didn't work, man. It didn't work out for anybody involved, especially the floor.
I wonder if you were to soft boil an egg. Like, because I've done the Scotch eggs.
Yes.
You hard boil the egg and wrap it in sausage and cook it that way. But I wonder if you were to have a soft boiled egg and maybe just like rolled it in flour and dropped it in a deep fryer.
That would work. I bet it would.
You know, that would also finish cooking the inside.
Ours had picked up like the panko crumbs that were floating in there from whatever I had fried just a second before. But so it almost made like kind of a nest out of it, but it you know, it wasn't good. Your idea of like cooking the egg first might be the way to go. So.
Do you guys ever feel weird if you're like doing something like breading a chicken breast and like dipping it in an egg, seeing as that like one was the mother and the other is the unborn child?
Hey, maybe they're related. They're together again.
All the time, and I forget sometimes, and I have company over and I make it, and you just get they just look at you like, you just said what? I laugh. I think it's fine. I'm like, that's so metal, and yeah, no.
So we're going over to inappropriate skate rat's house tonight for dinner. What's she gonna say this time?
I almost forgot though. I do think my favorite egg dish that I have made yet is that Scotch egg pie I made.
Scotch egg pie?
I made it in a pie tin. Had a crust, I think, on the bottom and on the top, and then the meat in the middle and the eggs. I had 5 eggs strategically placed around, or 6 because one was in the middle too.
That sounds
and then the crust
awesome.
went over the top, and it looked like like a blackbird pie because it had lumps in it. I think I had penises all over it.
Probably.
It's always something. It's always
I love
something.
the cookie cutter. Although I am getting a lobster next week, so I'll start to swap it out a bit.
My mom has a dish. When you said that, like it's kind of switching up the way that something originally is. Like what do they call that? Deconstructed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my mom makes this dish where it's hard-boiled eggs and like chunks of ham in a casserole dish. Then she pours over the cheese sauce, the same cheese sauce she uses when she makes homemade macaroni and cheese, and it is so fucking good. It's all it is ham and hard-boiled eggs, like cooked in cheese sauce.
Wow.
It's like a heart attack waiting to happen, and it's the greatest breakfast ever.
Ham for breakfast, I feel like, is super underrated. That is delicious. I'm a big fan of it.
Whenever I've had ham for dinner, it feels weird. It's like we should have eaten this about 8 hours ago, guys.
Yeah, I do. I love my scrambles. So I usually do like scrambled eggs with like ham and diced peppers, and my mom's chili's on deck, and that's a good meal right there. But I love sautéing the ham just to get like a nice little crispiness, and then throw the eggs in there after, and then just kind of cook it all up. Like, yeah, that's good. Maybe some jalapeno peppers.
You just made me think about eggs Benedict.
Yes.
With the Canadian bacon or the ham, and then
Canadian
hollandaise on anything is awesome.
If ham's underrated, then Canadian bacon is way underrated, because that shit is fucking gold. That stuff,
Well, a good one, not like McDonald's Canadian bacon.
No.
So much better.
A good Eggs Benedict, there's a place by me that it's a good old Eggs Benedict with some hollandaise, but instead of on an English muffin, they throw it on a Boston crab cake. Ooh. And dude, it's so much better. I mimicked it at home. I just bought like the frozen ones from the store, like the crab cakes from the store, and did that, and it was awesome. Like even if you just make a cheapo at home with the frozen stuff, crab cakes go really good with Eggs Benedict.
See, in Maryland, they make Eggs Benedict, but instead of the ham, they put a crab cake.
Yeah, but
So you still have you have the English muffin, the crab cake. And
who can we talk to about getting that on the menu here at the Vicious Pig? Because that
no
sounds
kidding.
good right now.
I'll take 10.
I did see in Colorado at a pub they had. I always see the burger with the fried egg on top because even my restaurants had that. But they had a salad with a fried egg on top. What the fuck now?
I love to take. We used to separate our egg yolks and cook those up, and then crumble that over some salad. Just the yolks. That goes awesome on salad.
I ordered it. It said egg on top. It didn't say anything else. I ordered it. I thought hard-boiled egg, like Cobb salad type bullshit. That fucking thing came out with a fried egg on top, and I'm so anti-foods on foods. I was like,
Yeah, that seems.
I think you brought somebody's breakfast on my lunch.
The hard egg you can kind of crumble up, like you can chop it up real easily, and it's fine if it's room temperature. If you get a hard-boiled egg, or I'm sorry, if you get a sunny side up egg, or even like a flipped egg, once it goes cold, it's not nearly as good.
It was a sunny side up egg too. So I was like, first off, runny egg, no, I can't do it. But
no,
it's too bad. It's one of those weird things where I'm like, damn. And I'm a careful menu reader too, but.
There was a sunny egg on that salad I had that had the pig's ears on it and the chicharrones in it.
Yeah.
That I got. There was a sunny egg on that.
Okay.
That
so
was interesting.
Was that a ethnic restaurant? Like, was that another?
No, that was one of those like nose to tail restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
They
Okay.
just everything.
I think this was. I want to say.
I'll take a plate of buttholes, please.
Scottish pub. I can't remember.
Well, I think like with the eggs, the beautiful thing about eggs is like when you come up with, you get the scramble like Steve said, or an omelet, and then you can just do anything. You can put any kind of cheese in there, any kind of meats, any kind of vegetables, and change
Leave
it
out
up.
what you don't like.
Exactly.
It becomes a canvas for just throwing ingredients on there. Absolutely.
Eggs and cheese were made for each other.
Oh, Jesus. Velveeta, spicy Velveeta. Melts perfectly. I don't care how you can fuck up eggs and make them not fluffy. Velveeta will fix that for you. Just dump a little extra.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. So when you guys are scrambling your eggs, do you add anything to it? I add just a little hit of milk.
I use a ton of milk. I use whole
ton of
milk.
I use water.
A lot.
I use water.
Cold water.
Cold water.
I was told that I think it was like a teaspoon of water per egg, or a tablespoon. I don't know. I just add a little water. But then somebody in college told me to add milk, and I'm like, well, I heard water works, and it works.
Yeah.
But I have been experimenting with milk and water, and then I was doing sour cream.
Yeah,
I love milk.
I
drink milk a lot. I use quite a bit of milk. I know you're just supposed to put a little bit in, but I probably use 3 times as much, and then it takes longer to cook. And then I also have a bunch of butter, like I'm practically frying just a ton of it. It's almost, the eggs are almost submerged in butter in the pan. So between that and the milk, I mean, I never claimed it was very healthy, but it sure does taste good. Yeah, I use a lot of milk.
I've mixed eggs, scrambled eggs up with hot sauce.
Oh yeah.
Thought maybe that would help a little, but it kind of cooked, but it kind of scrambling it before I cook it, and it kind of cooks that off. But I always put hot sauce on my scrambled eggs after they're cooked.
Yeah. Hey, there's a restaurant over here that does a really authentic dish that I can't really get anywhere else. It's called huevos divorciados, so divorced eggs. And I think you can order them either way, any which way you want, but they come on the plate. One side is covered in green sauce, and one side is covered in red sauce. And they're they got red onion, avocado, sour cream, cilantro, and that cotija cheese on it. It's just, it's heavenly.
Every time I talk to you guys, I walk away hungry. I ate before this, and I'm gonna fucking go and I'm gonna go and pig out.
Oh, I hate listening to the show when I run, because all I'm thinking about the entire time I'm running is, okay, I want to make that tonight, and I really want a beer right now. It's like, this is pointless. But all right, well, hey, why don't we go off to a song? We got Limo from NOFX is going to be joining us, talk to us about being with NOFX and the new Backstage Passport that's coming out here soon.
Sweet.
So who's got a song for us?
How about just off the top of my head, the Ramones? I Don't Want to Grow Up.
Sounds good.
Excellent.
Grab Foodies Radio. PunkRockRadio.net.
I can listen to the records from my younger years, pacify my bitter ears, and revive the dead dinosaurs. Me and J-Mo rode 2 buses out to Rock Pile. Should I find a rarity and something to believe? But I can't listen to them now without mourning that small town and the mom and pops I loved. Once a missionary man, I age into obscurity with them. The Ramones are dead. You could judge a band by the cover, flipping through the bands. Should enough to take a spin. Are the lyrics big enough to see and read? Pull the record from its sleeve, spear the cut hole, arm at speed, plunge the needle, shaking like a drug fiend. Now brother, then I can somehow reanimate different now. It's far too easy to get anything in demand. I'll say it once again. The Ramones are dead.
All right, and we are back on Punk Rock Foodies Radio and punkrockradio.net. On the phone with me now is the muscle and monitor tech and keyboard player for NOFX. You may know him as Limo, Mr. Brett Hopkins. How you doing, Brett?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, too. How's it over there?
It's fantastic, as always. So my first question is, how did you get involved with the NOFX family?
Years ago, Kent and I were in a band together, and he was playing and he was doing sound, and eventually we figured out that our band wasn't going to make it, so we needed to start working for bands that were going to make it. So Kent got the gig first with NOFX. As soon as they had an opportunity to bring somebody else aboard, he gave me a call, and the rest is history. When we first started out, bands didn't have like full crews, right? They had a sound guy and one guy. So, we were lucky enough that we had a sound guy, a merch guy, Jay Walker, who used to do stage, but merch got so big we needed somebody else. So we went on tour with Fishbone. And the whole deal was we wanted a sound check, and if we wanted a sound check, we had to pay the monitor guy the sound check. So they said, well, if we're going to pay a monitor guy, we want our own monitor guy. So we need a guy who can do monitors, drums, and guitars. And Kent was like, I got the guy. And then I started with NOFX, and they haven't been able to get rid of me since.
How long ago was that?
That was about, 1992 or 1993, so like 24 years ago, something like that.
So back when Warped Tour just kind of started up, and was that?
Yeah, it was it was years before Warped Tour.
Yeah.
We were still doing like our own, American tours and Canadian tours in the summer.
Yeah.
But it was probably about 2 or 3 years before the first Warped Tour, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually recall standing front row at the Warped Tour in Pittsburgh, first one, and seeing you there on the side of the stage while NOFX was performing, and they went on after Rancid, and it was like one of the greatest lineups ever. And now
that was a good lineup that year.
Yeah, now Warped Tour is just a joke. So you are from Canada. You're Scottish Canadian.
Yes.
And you're in Vancouver?
Well, I live in the woods outside of Vancouver. I left Vancouver years ago. I live in a sleepy little community called Roberts Creek, right? A ferry ride away from Vancouver. So I'm in a small town. I'm in the woods.
Are there good restaurants in that town?
Yeah, there's quite a few good restaurants. Not as many as Vancouver. Vancouver's got some better restaurants, but we got stuff here. But for the most part, I'm pretty fussy. Eat at home a lot. I like to cook.
What is one of your meals that you enjoy cooking, or that you just recently got married? So congratulations on your recent nuptials.
Thank you very much.
What is one of the meals that you like to cook for your wife, or that she really enjoys, or that you just enjoy cooking?
Okay, well, we kind of have a little bit of a routine because when I'm working and stuff, working at home, we don't have a lot of time, but Taco Tuesdays are a big hit with the kids. We do tacos and burritos. I do everything homemade, right? I make up my own salsa, my own guacamole, even my own taco seasoning. But the big hit with the wife is we do pizzas on Friday night. And I make my own crust, we make our own sauce, and we do my wife's a vegetarian, so we do a big vegetarian pizza for her. And then the other big hit is one day during the week we do a pasta night, and I do a family sauce, very simple sauce. And it's delicious.
Do you have a camera in my house? Because you basically just described what I do with my kids. You ever talk to Spike about his pizza abilities? And
as a matter of fact, I do. Usually when I talk to Spike about it, is the last time I talked to Spike, because we've talked about pizzas before. He he's impressed with my pizza dough recipe, which everybody is because they make it at home. It's the best. The simple food is the best, right? The least ingredients is the best. Simplicity is the key to Italian cooking for sure.
Absolutely.
But with Spike, I call him for the music choices of what I'm going to listen to while I'm making the pizza. You know, I want to pull up some like good cheesy 70s like Italian music. I call Spike.
So whenever you are on tour, what is one of the cities that you really enjoy going to because of the cuisine, or because there's a restaurant that you can't wait to get back to and try something, or have a meal that you've had before?
Well, for sure, San Francisco is high on the list because they got a lot of good restaurants. But being a Canadian, it's really hard to get good Mexican food. So I go to California, I just can't wait to go to La Corneta to have like a burrito, you know. And anytime in New York, it's pretty much, it's all good, right? There's enough places to eat in New York. There's never a problem. When in Amsterdam, there's a little joint called Burger Bar, which makes a fantastic hamburger that I look forward to every time I go there. Another place in the States that, well, it's closed now. Chicago used to have a couple of really nice places. They had a Cuban place and this one place called Gramwich, which was outrageous with their sausage. And then there's another place in Chicago called Doug's Dogs, which is just straight up heart attack food.
Yeah, I've seen Doug's Dogs on the Travel Channel.
Chicago's also got the Billy Goat Diner, which is famous for the Saturday Night Live sketch with cheeseburger, no Coke, Pepsi.
Right.
That place really exists. If you ever get to Winnipeg, there's VJ's Hamburger Shack, and there's a Caribbean restaurant called Dean's Diner, which is the bomb. And anytime in Toronto, I make a beeline for anywhere I can get jerk chicken, because that's the best place to get jerk chicken in Canada.
Really?
Or oxtail. Any Caribbean food you want, you go to Toronto. Now, my friend Pat, who lives in Montreal, is going to take issue with this statement because the Montreal-Toronto rivalry between their bagels and their Caribbean food is a pretty heated rivalry. But I have to give it to Toronto as far as some of the Caribbean places. The real jerk is just unbelievable.
Wow, I'm surprised to hear that. Toronto has got great jerk chicken.
Toronto's got a huge West Indian community, huge Jamaican community, so they managed to make it happen.
Wow. Right, we just learned recently that Amsterdam has Argentinian beef, or so.
That's the bomb right there. We like to call that the meat ambush.
All right, so currently everybody's gearing up for the big Fat Wreck for 25 years tour.
Yes, we are.
You'll be participating in that. And I did mention at the beginning that you are the keyboardist for NOFX. How did you get the keyboard gig? Did they try everybody out and you were the only one that could do it, or do you have a background?
Okay, I'm just going into the general store right here to get my wife a bottle of wine and myself some beer, so I'm going to be talking to you while I do this. So basically, the keyboard story is kind of funny. We started doing that Rancid cover, radio, right? And we had the girl from Morgan Heritage came, and she played with us on the Warped Tour, and she played that song. And then after that, we ended up bringing in the guy from Snuff played keyboards for us on a tour, the Mod. Well, that was unreasonable, so since I was the one that was teching the keyboard and I watched him every night, they just sort of said, and Kent was just like, well, we don't need to hire a keyboard player. Limo will do it. And so basically, I painted some dots on the keyboard, and then that was the beginning of my career.
So it sounds like Kent just kind of throws you at the wolves, no matter, we don't need it. Limo will do it. It's good.
This kid's, I take care of all of it. He hasn't been in a physical fight ever in his life. I take care of that for him too.
Well, what are the songs that you do play keyboard? I know Franco on American, and obviously Radio. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay.
Nope. Eat the Meek. Eat the Meek. I play in different drum. Parents. We got a different keyboard patch that's on the Decline, where I'm playing both horns and a little keyboard riff. Mattersville, a little xylophone thing. My Heart is Yearning, I'm playing steel drums on the keyboard on that one. the other one is when we do intro. The new 60% is a big. That one sucks. And then we used to start the show with Heart and Soul as well. So it would stick me up there. The first time I ever played keyboards in front of the first time ever was at Brixton Academy, Sold Out Brixton Academy. And there I am. We go there, we open up with Heart and Soul. And so I go out there and I start playing. And the next thing you know, I'm just playing and I'm waiting for the band to come out. And they're like, where's the band? I look over my shoulder and they're just standing there laughing at me. I had to play that thing for it felt like an eternity. It's kind of like that in the warm-up for in hockey players when the rookies first time out of the NHL. You know, they all hit the ice, they go for the skate, and jumps around, they're skating around a circle, and the rookie looks around, and there's nobody else on the ice but him.
A little eager to get out there. So the Backstage Passport 2 is coming out very, very soon. Is there any interesting things we get to look forward to that you get involved in?
Well, we can't give anything away, my man. You gotta pick it up yourself. But let me just say, there's as much fun going on that tour as there was at any other one. So it'll be something to look forward to. You know, we got to go back to a couple places. It was nice going back to Peru and not being held hostage for a whole day. That's for sure.
I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with that one. Plus, I'm also
the riot in Mexico is pretty impressive as well.
The riot?
Yeah, we play a big show in Mexico City, and it basically turns into a giant riot and a complete mayhem and chaos. At one point, when they stormed the stage, we lost half of our microphones that night. So,
oh, jeez.
Well, you know, things happen.
Yeah. Well, I'm personally looking forward to. We actually have a mutual friend, James Straker, and I'm looking forward to seeing his appearance.
Another king.
Yes, that'll be.
He's a mad foodie as well.
Oh yeah, he's actually one of the reasons I started the page.
You're very prolific on the old Facebook with your postings, that's for sure.
All right, well, anything else you got going on, or just prepping for this big tour here, or?
Just prepping for the tour, living the life I love and loving the life I live. Super happy. Like I said, just freshly married. Actually, tonight I'm sort of coordinating right now. I got to get off the phone. I've had a few texts. I have to my day job. I couldn't go into town, but I'm sending my sons to go see Pennywise in town. They're opening up for Danzig, so one of my friends is going to take them and have them chaperone at the side of the stage. So, and my boys, like we got a little. I'm grooming a little punk rock band with my boys right now. So. Yeah. When NOFX is over, I hope to be managing them, and I'll try to keep my hand in the scene.
Yeah, and Kent will keep pushing you to do things for them. But
oh, hell, I'm making Kent. I'll be pushing Kent to do things for them. And keep an ear out for my band, Modern Terror. Modern Terror, it's 2016. We're going to take over the world.
Well, let's hear a little of Brett playing keyboards. This is Franco Un-American by NOFX here on Punk Rock Foodies Radio, punkrockradio.net.
I never thought about the universe, it made me feel small. Never thought about the problems of this planet at all. Global warming, radioactive sites, imperialistic wrongs, and animal rights. No! Why think all the bad things when life is so good? Why up with an M when there's always a could? Let the whales worry about the poisons in the sea. Outside of California, it's foreign policy. I don't want changes, I've no reactions. Your dilemmas are my distractions. That's the way to go, Franco, Un-American. No way to go, Franco, Un-American. No way to go, Franco, Un-American. No way to go, Franco, Un-American. I never looked around, never second guessed. Then I read somehow the public enemy and Reagan youth. I see no world peace cause of zealous armed forces. I eat no breath mints cause I'm from the hooked horses. Now I can't believe what an absolute failure. The president's laughing cause he voted for Nader. There's no way to go, Franco, un-American. No way to go, Franco, un-American. No way to go, Franco, un-American. Where can we go, Franco, un-American? I wanna move north and be a Canadian, or hang down low with the nice Australians. I don't wanna be another I don't care again. What are we gonna do, Franco, Franco, un-American? Punk Rock Foodies!
Alright, thanks to Limo for calling in. Thanks Steve, Skate Rat, Brian. Thanks to the people here at the Vicious Pig Saloon and the boys down under at punkrockradio.net. Check out Betty Gear on Facebook and check out Burning Rose Studios for all your graphic and video needs. Also, check out Punk Rock Foodies, 3,800 members and growing. Beautiful pictures of food every day. So come on and get with the program. Bone-Ape-Tit, everyone.
Fuck you, Ryan.